Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bill. We are in the Masters of the Wild book from 3rd edition, looking at prestige classes, continuing the prestige class videos. The prestige class we're looking at today is going to be Deepwood Sniper. I'll read a little description of Deepwood Sniper. We'll look at the requirements. We'll go over the skills and skill points, the hit dice, weapon proficiencies. We'll look at the table. We'll go over your bonuses, your saves, and then we'll go over the specials, and then we'll read the specials in detail as they are written in paragraph form. So without further ado, Deepwood Sniper is patient, careful, quiet, and deadly accurate. She is stealthy, long-range Terminator whose arrows sell accurately from much longer ranges than those of other archers. In addition, she has magical abilities to help her shafts fly true. The requirements to become a Deepwood Sniper: base attack bonus +5. Skills: hide, move silently, and spot, each of which at 4 ranks. Feats: far shot, point blank shot, and weapon focus any bow or crossbow. The hit dice of this prestige class is a D8. The skill points each level is 4 plus intelligence modifier. The following skills are class skills: balance, climb, craft, bow making, escape artist, intuit direction, hide, jump, knowledge, nature, listen, move silently, profession, search, sense motive, spot, swim, and wilderness lore. So the first change I would make is I would update it for the Pathfinder skill list, where balance is combined with acrobatics, I believe, and then you have all your spot, listen, and search is all one skill, perception. Then your move silently and your hide is all put into stealth. So I'd just start combining those and making that list smaller for a Pathfinder game. Weapon and armor proficiencies. Deepwood Snipers gain no weapon or armor proficiencies. All weapons-related abilities of this prestige class apply only to projectile ranged weapons with which the character is proficient. So you don't lose any proficiencies entering the prestige class, but it doesn't give you any new proficiencies, and its abilities only affect ranged weapons. The Deepwood Sniper prestige class, at first level, you get a base attack bonus of +1. Progresses like a fighter, so every time you gain a level in this prestige class, it goes up by 1. So by 10th level, you have a +10. This stacks with the +5 you needed to get in the class, so by the time you max out the class, your base attack bonus is 15, and you should have more than a few attacks in a round. Your fortitude and will save are your worst saves. They start at a +0 at first level and only get to a +3 by 10th level. Your reflex save is going to be your best save. It starts at a +2 and will end at a +7 by 10th level. So let's look at the special abilities you get every level. At first level, you get keen arrows and range increment bonus of +10 feet per level. So by 10th level, you add 100 feet to the base range of your weapon. Second level, you get concealment reduction 10%, magic weapon, and projectile improvement critical +1. At third level, you get safe poison use. At fourth level, you get take aim +2. At fifth level, you get consistent aim once per day. At sixth level, you get concealment reduction 20% and keen edge. At seventh level, you get consistent aim 2 per day and projectile improved critical +2. At 8th level, you get take aim +4. At 9th level, you get consistent aim 3 per day. At 10th level, you get concealment reduction 30% and true strike. Okay, let's go in and read what these abilities are in greater detail. Starting with keen arrows. At first level, all projectiles the Deepwood Sniper fires behave as if they were keen weapons. In addition to any other properties they might possess, Thus, a normal arrow fired by a Deepwood sniper has a threat range of a 19 through 20 instead of 20. This effect does not stack with any other keen effect. So that's with a bow. If you're using a crossbow, it would become an 18 through 20 instead of a 19 through 20. So keep that in mind too. Range increment bonus. With each level, the Deepwood sniper gains the range increment of her projectile weapon increasing by 10 feet, added after the multipliers. Thus, a 10th level Deepwood sniper who has the far shot feat would have 280 foot range increment with a heavy crossbow. So, and here's how it breaks down. You have 120 feet as your base range for a heavy crossbow. And for far shot, you get 1.5 times that. And then you get to add 100 feet for your 10 levels. So that's how that range increment bonus stacks. Far shot works different in Pathfinder. It just reduces the penalties you have at each of the range increments by 1. So the only way that this would apply in the same fashions if you had distance shot, or not distance shot, you had distance on your weapon, which would increase the range increments. Concealment reduction. When the Deepwood sniper reaches 2nd level, her mischance against opponents with concealment drops by 10%. Thus, she has a mischance of 10% rather than 20% against an opponent with 1/2 concealment. Her mischance drops by an additional 10% per 4 Deepwood sniper levels she gains thereafter. But this ability never reduces her mischance against an opponent below 0. Although that was cool for 3rd edition, I would probably change that one and get it to her pretty quick to be able to shoot around concealment, considering there's a feat for that now in Pathfinder. I'd probably give her this starting, and it can increase up to 30% every other level. And by 30%, you would be at the 6th level version where you have 20%. And at that level, you would have that or the feat. I would probably just switch it straight to the feat then. Or give you access to the feat so many times per day, and then you're at 30% for the rest, which would still be very useful. Okay, let's jump into the next ability, Magic Weapon. At 2nd level, the character can produce an effect identical to that of a magic weapon spell cast by a cleric of her Deepwood sniper level. This ability is usable once per day on projectile weapons only. I would probably make that once per day per even level of Deepwood sniper. That way you can use it multiple times, and it's not going to be crazy powerful. Or you could use it once per day per level beyond 2nd of Deepwood sniper. So at 2nd level once, and then by the time you're 10th level, you can use it 9 times per day. Your ability to put magic on the weapon is not going to be as great as the magical weapons you could purchase, so, or have professionally made at that time. So, projectile improved critical. When the Deepwood sniper reaches 2nd level, the critical damage multiplier of all her projectile weapons increases by +1. Thus, an arrow that normally deals damage at ×3 on critical hits instead does damage on ×4 for her on critical hits. When she reaches 7th level, these critical multipliers increases by an additional +1. So that arrow now becomes a ×5 critical. That can deal a lot of damage, especially with that keen effect that you have going on. 19 through 20, that would do a lot of damage. Safe poison use. At 3rd level, a Deepwood sniper can use poison without any chance of poisoning herself, which is always good to have, especially if you're going to snipe with poison arrows to kind of take down something to eat, or try to take out an enemy scout, or maybe something that's really big approaching, surrounded by a bunch of small things, like an ogre with a bunch of goblins coming at you. You hit that with the poison and watch it fall, and now you don't have to deal with that big thing. And you didn't risk poisoning yourself when you applied it to your weapons. Take aim. At 4th level, Deepwood Sniper gains a +2 bonus on her attack rolls against a stationary target by aiming carefully. Taking aim is a full round action, and if the target moves more than 5 feet during that period, the bonus is lost. No additional benefit exists for spending more than 1 round aiming. This bonus increases to +4 at 8th level. Consistent aim. Once per day, a 5th level Deepwood Sniper can re-roll 1 attack roll that she has just made with a projectile weapon. She must keep that result even if it is worse than the original roll. She can use this ability twice per day at 7th level and 3 times per day at 10th level, though each use must relate to a different attack roll. True Strike. At 10th level, the Deepwood Sniper can produce an effect identical to that of True Strike spell cast by a cleric of her Deepwood Sniper level. This ability is usable once per day on projectile weapons only. I would take True Strike away as a 10th level reward, and instead I'd use Take Aim at +2 at 4th level, and then the next time you're supposed to get it is 8th level? Yeah, that's too much of a gap. But that would make sense. So I'd probably give them Take Aim and True Strike, and keep Take Aim the way that it's in there, except I would add another one at 10th level for Take Aim and give it a +6. But every time you get a Take Aim bonus, you get a True Strike effect. So the first one is you would get True Strike once per day. I'd say once per day per 2 levels of Deepwood Sniper. The second time you get it, you would then get it once per day per Deepwood Sniper level. And then by 10th level, I'd give you a bonus amount of True Strikes per day. So say we were using, they keep comparing everything to a cleric. So if that's the case, we'll use the Wisdom modifier or Dex modifier and add that to how many extra True Strikes you get per day. But a True Strike is just a +20 on the attack roll, so it just guarantees a hit. It's not going to guarantee a killing of something. With poison use, you can make more use of it, but unless you criticaled, you're probably not going to kill things when you use True Strike, and you can only use True Strike for a single attack each time you cast it. So it's not going to be overpowering. It'll be a little annoying if you're not used to seeing it as a game master, but just adapt to it. Use it against them. Have creatures that have the same thing that can use it against them. That's the easiest way to counter it. Well, those are the brief little changes I'd make for a Deepwood Sniper to use it in a Pathfinder game. Let me know what changes you would make in the comments below. Let me know if you enjoyed this Prestige class. Well, until we all game again, guys.